Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? This is the OInealien Show, and I am John O'Neill here with you again on a Wednesday afternoon in beautiful sunny Arizona. I've got a show packed for you, but before I get started, you already know what I'm going to do. You already know how we get started every time, and that's with a grateful heart. That's with some gratitude. Gratitude for all of you who are listening and participating, all of you who are up for the challenge to change and understand that I am an agent of change. So all of you who just want to sit in the corner, all of you who like sitting in closets and on logs, all of you who like to be bumps around town, go ahead and do what you do. But I've got a guest today who is going to come in and talk to us about his lion. Because we know that lions are my friends, as I also am a lion. I'm bringing friends in all the time. Anytime I have a friend who I feel like has the same heart that I have to reach out and help somebody. And the best way for us to help somebody is to share what we're already going through. Because most of the time we're going through something you're going through, right? So let's iron sharpens iron. I've got another lion coming in and we're just going to sharpen some iron today. This is my man, right? But before we get to that, I want to just go ahead and touch base on a couple things. The first one is, living an affirmation life. How many of you listened to our show last week when I went down a whole list of just affirmations, words, positive energy, things that will influence not only you and your fountain and where it flows from, but will influence all the people around you. So living an affirmation life is what I have committed to, ladies and gentlemen. And I wake up every morning affirming my greatness. I wake up every morning affirming my uniqueness. I wake up every morning affirming the focus and the energy that I need for the day. Win the day is what I said. We can't worry about tomorrow, next year, last year. We can't worry about anything but the next 24-hour slot, baby. That's all I got. 24 hours to win the day. So I've got a lion coming on. Don't forget, May 1st, I've got a meeting with my production team this evening. We're looking at the final draft of Sidewalk Square Counting, the strange poetry book that I got coming out. Soon to be an official author. Wow, what in the world is going on with my life? Hang on and fasten your seatbelts because it's been a wild ride and we've just begun. Sidewalk Square Counting is the book on May 1st. It's a collection of poetry and just things that I have done all the way back 15, 20, almost 30 years. Man, I don't even know how far back they go, right? But didn't I have a someday? Remember I talked about someday. So I had a someday that I had carried with me year after year after year. Someday I'm going to write this book. Someday I'm going to get someday, right? And then, man, 2023, the year of the lion's love and the time to make everything happen. Eliminate your somedays and make it today. That's what I did. I'm just showing you how I did it. Instead of saying someday, I said today was a day. I got all my poetries and I got it all wrapped up and I made some moves. Who's ready to make some moves, baby, right? Yeah. So we're here with Sidewalk Square Counting. It's coming out on May 1st. It'll be available to you to order via how I tell you to order it. Don't worry about that. But you can get your own copy. I'll have all those things that you do to have fun. Whatever it is, I don't even know, but whatever you do, little book away giveaways or something. I don't know if I got to sign it. All this stuff is new to me, ladies and gentlemen. It's phenomenal. It's fantastic, and it's new as a lion has been awakened and is roaring and is loving in 2023. So let me just end on that. I'm grateful for you. Social media is popping, just on fire. It's wild. It's crazy, right? TikTok and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, all of it's going crazy. All of it's going wild. And so I thank you for that. I thank you for the Star Worldwide Networks. .com. Go in there, hitting the OInealien Show. I made it to the top banner. What? I made it to the top banner, right? I'm rotating across the top. So people could click on that. You can see all the shows. There's like 20 of them, 20, 15, 25, however many there is. Start from the bottom and work your way up, right? Isn't that the song? Start from the bottom and work your way up. So we want you to do that on Star Worldwide Networks, please, okay? And in addition to that, we have the OInealien.com. That's my personal website. That's where I do some certain different things. I offer one-on-one training. I offer executive leadership. I offer just being a friend, right? I offer that to those people who want to participate and take advantage of that. So all of those things that are going on, it's man, I'm speechless. And you know that's hard for me to do, become speechless. So all I can do is remain humble. All I can do is remain humble. It's not about me. It's about the mission and the vision and the focus, right? I'm just the instrument of content. I'm just the conduit to bring change into your life. So hop on or hop off, whatever the freak you want to do. But I'm telling you one thing, we're going. We got momentum behind us, and there ain't nothing stopping us now. So without further ado, I've got a friend of mine, all right? And I'm going to just, sometimes you have friends and you don't really know when they come into your life what capacity, they really are going to play, right? And so I've got a friend that I want to introduce you today. I mean, he's here with his wife, and I'm not going to brag too much, but as a two-time failure at marriage, these two have mastered what you call marriage, right? 26 some odd years, way up there. They've been married longer than dang near my oldest child. I mean, I can't even fathom it. It's awesome. But they're going to they may touch on that, okay? They may touch on just all types of stuff. I have this man here who I call a fellow lion. When I talked about friends, we entered into a friendship just as business, lighthearted business stuff. But when you see, when you meet somebody who has a kindred spirit as yours, then you'll always continue to intertwine. You'll always keep touching base, right? You'll always kind of keep tabs, even though sometimes it might be from a distance, right? But they're on your conscience, right? Because we have kindred spirits. This is a fellow lion. I'm telling you right now, he's got an amazing journey, an amazing awakening. He's experienced incredible challenges in his life, and he's an overcomer, much like myself, right? And he's kept someone special close to him through the entire ride. I'm not going to give up on that because it's crazy and it's awesome, right? We will celebrate that no matter what. I'm about marriage, relationships, staying together, sticking together, choosing the right person. Don't do it like me, do it like he, right? Choose the right person, stick together, stay tight, and let's build, right? Let's build legacy, family. Let's do it all. I support it 100%. Without further ado, my good friend Marcellus. Marcellus, how are we doing, sir?
What's going on?
What's going down?
Lion?
What's going down? That's how we doing it. Yeah. Marcellus came by to say hi to everybody. So say hi to the audience and introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about where you live, what you're doing, and tell us about where you came from, sir.
Hello, the lion world. Yeah, man, I'm excited to be here.
Thank you.
I'm excited to be here. Where I come from is, I don't think we have time for that, but while I'm channeling my inner lion right now.
Bring it out. Absolutely.
Being from Flint, Michigan. All the way to Arizona.
Oh, my goodness.
Culture shock.
Culture shock.
For sure.
It's different. Arizona's different than Flint?
Totally different.
Imagine that. We could drink water.
Yeah, we can drink water here and survive. Yeah. No pun intended, my fellow Flintstonians.
Yeah, I know they're still there. They're going to be listening, so no pun intended.
Where I come from to where I am now, it definitely took some, as you would say, inner lion roaring.
Okay.
And my terminology of that is coming from Flint town, moving to Detroit and other parts in that area was the same cycle of behavior. I couldn't mature in a place where it was in a helix cycle. It may look different from one town to the next, but we were doing the same thing.
Same thing, right.
Eventually, my life was turned around not just by coming to Arizona, because changing environments doesn't change behavior or mindset. With just some of those life experiences that as you once again, I'm gonna go back to the OInealien show, that inner lion, that strength that I had, it was always hidden by something in my environment, which shapes my thinking.
Right.
So coming to Arizona, meeting you years later, and now we're here on this show, I have a lot of lions in there screaming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean.
That's what it's about.
They're screaming, so that's where I come from. where we are now is a total different place.
Absolutely. Tell me one childhood memory that just kind of wraps up really, when you talk, what I heard you say is that in that environment, okay, there's just a lot of behaviors and they seem to be consistent because you're still in the same demographic area in general, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And so tell me, like, what do you have any type of memorable story from childhood maybe, or that kind of just exemplified that behavior that you're talking about?
Man, well, excuse me, about 17 or 18, some of those behaviors were conducive of drive-by shootings, robberies, that led to murder, all those things. So I was shot up at that age of 17, shot at several times.
Sure.
So this behavior was really a mindset of saying I'm not going to survive.
Right.
I'm going to die early.
Statistically speaking, you were on a downhill spiral.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay.
And so that was some of the behaviors that were conducive of that environment.
Sure. Right.
And so most of the young men come from that environment, like myself, had a short life expectancy.
Yes.
And it was stuck upstairs. It wasn't stuck in the statistics book.
Right.
With the government. It was stuck up here. So either it was ended in prison or the grave. And so by the time I was 18, prison became one of my residents for a couple of years.
Right.
Because it was stuck up here.
Of course. Right.
And there wasn't anyone in that environment that was, I wouldn't say anyone, that's an overstatement, but there wasn't a lot of people I hung around that was able to change that mindset.
So you found yourself in a situation where the behaviors, the environment, and I'm gonna call it support, but it's not. They weren't supporting you in the right way.
Exactly.
But the group around you were blocking any type of. I don't hear hope.
Yeah.
I don't hear hope in what you're saying, and that puts you in a mentality of falling into those same behaviors because you didn't have any hope for anything else.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
No hope.
Okay.
Yeah, good way to put it.
Okay. And then so that's rough. That's rough.
Yeah,
that's
man.
rough. That's hardcore. That's hardcore.
For sure.
At what point was there any point when you said, I can't keep going in this circle and I gotta change?
Well, as you mentioned earlier, this pretty gem here. I don't know if the camera can see it, but the pretty gem.
We can see
bilingo.
her. We can see her. Boom, boom, bing.
You know how they do when they say, what's that guy name when they call him? Shabazz or whatever.
Yeah.
Shazam. Shazam. That's what happened. Bam, that's what happened. I met her when I was in the thick of it.
Ooh.
When I say the thick of it, the mind wants to do right, but it still don't know how.
Okay.
So it needs that other person that has found that lion.
Oh, okay.
To come and roar in their ear or something.
Yes.
That was her.
That was her? Are you serious?
Yeah, that was my wife.
What in the world were you doing messing with this knucklehead? Huh?
You know what?
How did he get your attention?
That's funny. Yeah, you got me.
Ladies and gentlemen, pause for commercial break. She swore she wasn't coming on the OInealien show. And I said, you can't sit in the lobby. You can sit in no, just sit right. And here she is. So tell us, how did you, the angel, the pillar, the lioness of purity, look at this old knucklehead and say, I'm going to give him a chance?
You know what? It's a song that we listen to, and it's called The Beauty and the Beast. And honestly, I saw beyond, I know it seems so weird, but I saw beyond all the external things that he was doing.
Yeah.
And
the ugly beast.
Yeah, I really did. And I saw that there was more. He wasn't all ugly, but
Behavior-wise, okay.
Yes,
right. Obviously
behavior-wise,
caught your eye, okay,
right.
Little beastie for no reason.
But he was living a life that wasn't something that I was brought up to live, but beyond that, deeper than that, I could see that there was so much goodness in him.
Wow.
I mean, seriously.
She making me
He didn't
sweat.
even see it about himself.
Of course.
He really didn't.
Sure.
But yeah.
Sure. Wow. So you saw something. You saw past that.
I did.
And the crazy thing the underlying love story with what you just said was you were given a vision of him that he didn't have of himself, and nobody else did. He probably ran into a few females running the streets, I would imagine, right?
Yeah,
and none of, just a couple, and
That's
none of them saw you. None of them were given the vision that she was given.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so 26 years later, I mean, that's all you had to
26
say,
years later.
right?
Yeah,
I'm sure there's some ups
seriously.
and downs.
Yeah.
You guys have any ups and downs?
Oh, absolutely.
We know how to fight fair now. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Put them up, put them down.
Hey, this is what you tell people that's married. Don't assume you're not going to fight.
Right.
You just got to learn how to do it fairly.
Fairly.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
sticks and stones may break my bones, but names do hurt too.
They do.
do.
I'm glad you adjusted that.
Yeah, I had to readjust that.
Oh, I don't even know
Names
who
do
made up
hurt
that.
too.
Whoever made up that saying,
They lie.
they were deaf.
Right.
That's the only way names ain't hurt.
Right. So hit me with the stick. I'd rather get hit with the stick
Absolutely.
than
Me too.
been called something I got to think about
Me
for
too.
day in and
Me
day out.
too.
You
I
know?
can heal my flesh wound much
Yeah.
easier than I can heal my heart wound.
Man, tell me about it.
Wow. So that's amazing. That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome. She found you. Your
She
anchor,
found me.
your angel,
Yeah.
right? She led
what I
you out of the
call it.
darkness.
Yeah.
And I say that because I've experienced that and I know what
Yeah.
that means, right?
Yeah.
And we talk about change and we talk about needing something to help us to change because it's hard to do all by yourself.
Yeah.
It is hard. It would have been hard for you
Right.
all by yourself to deny all the peer pressure, all the right? You found something. You found something to help motivate you.
That's right.
That's awesome. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So your
Thank you,
journey,
thank you.
so your journey from Michigan to Arizona, you've got a bride. You guys got married in Michigan, I'm assuming.
In Michigan, yeah.
Okay, and you brought. Hold on a minute. I got to back up. I have to back up. I'm sorry, but I got to back up one time. What did your parents think when you brought this guy?
Oh. You really want to know?
Yes.
Oh, my
Tell
God.
me. Go ahead, tell the truth.
My mother
We
was
out
like, he
here now.
is so loud. Where did you get him?
So loud.
He's not holding his fork the right way.
The lion
What is
said he's
it?
loud.
No, but surprisingly, my father, who's deceased now, he actually liked him.
Right.
Yeah, you know,
Cool.
he I think he was kind of like me, could see beyond,
Sure.
you know, this external thing and knew
Absolutely.
it was something deeper.
Sure.
There. But my mother, she was just like, where did you
He
get?
was a pastor.
Oh, he was?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pastor's daughter.
Oh my goodness.
The devil came at the
Holy
pastor's
smokes.
daughter.
Look, trying to infiltrate the camp.
They say the devil couldn't be saved. The devil came after the pastor's daughter and got saved.
She was your way in.
Yeah, for real. We're going to say this
You know
devil
what I mean?
today.
You enter the gates of the kingdom, you must be guided.
And when I met him, the first day, I was locked into the kitchen in the wall leading to the living room.
Okay.
And his room the stairway to his room was right there.
Okay.
So he, tried to squeeze past me and got face to face with me and said, "Are you drunk?" Now, normally we gonna have to lie about this because we gotta look a certain way.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I couldn't lie to him.
Wow.
Normally, I would lie.
Yeah, of course.
Well, no, sir. No,
Of
I'm
course
okay.
not.
I can
Right,
retain
right.
this liquor.
Right.
Who you think
You know
you're
what I mean?
talking to? I'm high as
I can touch my nose.
and I'm high as hell right now. I can really get past this. But I couldn't, and I said, "Yes, sir." And he stood there for a minute, looked me in my eye for it seemed like the longest seconds ever,
Right.
and he just walked upstairs and never said a word to me. So
But
he
his
knew
impact
then.
was made.
There you go.
That's it.
There you go.
That's it.
So he saw the beauty in the beast.
Beauty and the Beast. That's awesome. That's awesome. I got a poetry called Beauty and the Beast. Kind of like the same thing.
Oh, really?
Kind of like the same thing, right? Okay, so journey, right? Ups and downs, marriage, 26 years, phenomenal. Awakening. Tell me about any time in your life when the light went on, when you had to redefine yourself, when you said enough is enough, and I got to change course, and this is how this I'm putting these things down. I'm breaking the cycle, and majority of the time, I have found my awakenings come when I realize my own self-value. Mm-hmm. So tell me about a time in your life where you came to terms with your own self-value.
John, I have actually been through that several times. Because I believe that each part of our life is an awakening point. Let me give you the most recent.
Okay.
Is when I had to realize that a lot of things I thought I knew wasn't right. So it's like waking up one day and saying, you know what? All these years I thought my name was Marcellus, but I never looked at the birth certificate for myself.
It's just Mark.
It was just Mark. But they've been calling me Marcellus for so long that this is how I've been. So I've been giving it to other people. What's your name? Marcellus.
Right.
Because I never looked at the documents to prove my own case.
That is deep.
And so one of my awakening points was in religion.
Okay.
I don't renounce the religion.
Okay.
You know, I renounce some of the indoctrinations that come from it.
Okay.
So my awakening was, man, I got to figure this out for me.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, on my own terms.
Yeah, right.
You get what I
Your
mean?
own relationship.
Right. That was daunting. It was painful. But it was freedom.
Awesome.
It was
freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I what I'm hearing you say, and I agree with you. And I use 10-year spans, but it could be any time frame.
Right.
But I totally. And that's why whenever I'm careful, whenever I'm in a certain state of mind in the journey of my life, to realize, because it has happened to me 3 or 4 times, everything that I believe right now in this moment could be completely different. Yeah. There is a possibility that it could be different. And the reason why I know that is because when I was 20s, man, there's stuff I stood on.
Yeah.
This is exactly how it is. This is what it means. This is how I feel, right? Yeah. And then you get into your 30s, you look back at your 20s, you're like, that dude was such an idiot. Like, what was he talking about? You know what I mean? And then again in my 40s, like that 30-year-old dude, he didn't know, right?
Yeah.
It just happens over and over again. So I agree with you, that awakening. When we talk about the, and I'm showing everybody, when we talk about the path of the lion that all of you guys have gotten, right? The path of the lion, it is exactly what my friend just said. It's not a path that you have a ending destination to.
Right.
It's a path that you continue on. It's a path that when you get to a certain stage, go back and redo it. Go back and redo it and enjoy your journey through the time, right? And so that's deep. That's deep. I thank you for that. That is deep. Awakenings, and then of course we talk about on the path of the lion, times when you had to let your lion roar because something was coming at you, a challenge, opposition, something wanted to interrupt your momentum, right? Something wanted to wedge itself. Maybe it was in between your marriage. Maybe it's in between, your religion, your belief system, whatever it was. Challenges. Tell me about a major challenge in your life.
So many, but I'm gonna go to the latest one.
Okay.
Because we still got to smile through them. We still got to be lioners.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, I mean, however we're gonna put that, and we all probably can interpret this lion thing differently. But just recently, I just lost my mom less than 33 days ago, which outside of her and my mom, my wife, and my mom, two most powerful people in my life.
Absolutely.
And of course, my mother-in-law, she's still here. So prior to that, had another major loss with a elder in my church. We were really close.
Okay.
Uncle.
Okay.
Just less than probably 30 days of my mom.
Right.
Whom we were really close.
Right.
So we going back and forth to Michigan, burying people that I'm close to.
Right. And then your mom, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was, I moved my mom out here with me, to oversee her.
Sure. How long ago was
that? Probably over 15 years ago.
Okay, so she's lived with you for the last 10 or 15 years?
Yeah, out in Arizona, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she wouldn't move in with me, though. She's too independent.
Near you.
She just keep me close to you, baby. Now, I don't want to be in the same house.
You can keep an eye on me, but you can't be too close.
You can't be telling me what to do now. I'm still your mama. Well, she just recently went home.
Okay.
To be with the Lord, we believe. And so that was definitely challenging. Still is.
Still is, right.
But you know what helps me is knowing I have to get better from it. I got to recover.
You do.
You
Absolutely.
know, and I have to constantly recover.
Yes.
If not, we relapse.
Yes.
We don't want to redo things as bad.
Yes.
So I'm trying to see what I'm going to uncover.
From
This whole
the lesson
painful.
in it.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So I told Mom I'm going to recover for both of us
Okay.
from
Absolutely.
past traumas. So to answer your question in short, I believe for me and my wife, this is teaching us how to both be more resilient.
Yeah.
You know, because on top of this, there was other
course.
challenges, financial, all kind of stuff. Just here, just take it all at one time.
Right.
Let me see how much you can take at one
This
time.
is your rainy season.
Right. No umbrella, nothing. Just stand out there. You know what I mean?
Very like
matter of fact,
Utah was.
I'm gonna put a little hell in that rain, just to make it a little rough when it hit the, you know.
Right.
Here, take it all. Really?
Sure.
How much can I take?
Right.
And, you know, and I hate when people say God won't put no more on you than you can bear. But what is your bearing point? It feel like I can't bear it. That's the whole point of bearing it. It's like I can't do it.
Sure.
But I can.
But you can. Right.
So that inner lion that you're talking about came out in my worst pain. In my worst place of pain.
Worst place. Yeah.
That's when I felt my greatest strength.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's when you're able to tap in.
Yeah.
How's he doing on this process? How do you, outside looking in, how's your husband's mental well-being right now as he grieves for his mother?
I believe that his, I think it's tough. I think it's tough for him. But I think that he's making all the right choices
Okay.
so that he can recover.
Right.
I don't see him like, oh, I'm just going to soak in this. I'm just going to, you know, bury myself in a hole somewhere and not come out, even though sometimes that's how you feel.
Absolutely.
When you lose somebody that close to you.
Yes, you do.
But I appreciate the fact that he's saying, okay, I need to do this. I need to put this in place so that I can deal with this in the most healthy way possible.
Sure.
And it's hard. It's hard for me to watch him grieve because he has his moments.
And I was just getting ready to ask you that. So as a person who's sitting next to someone who's going through a grieving process, what have you found in you to help?
That's a good question.
It's a great question.
That's a
You want me to come
really
back to
good
you? I can ask
question.
him a question too.
No, I wanna answer that. You know, when you think about grief, and because I lost my father who was very close to me, sometimes people want to compare their loss to somebody else's loss, but it's different.
It's different for
It's
everybody.
completely different, you
Yes.
know. And I can't expect him to deal with his grief the same way that I deal with
Right.
my grief.
Agreed.
Or I've dealt with my grief. So for me, I just have to be supportive of him. Hold him when he's crying, or give him the space, because sometimes he just wants his space.
Yeah.
And I got to be willing to give that to him too,
Yeah.
and not impress upon him my feelings about how he should process through his grief.
Awesome. That's so awesome. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And on the tail end of that, right, as a person going through that type of process, what have you felt from your support system that has helped you?
Well, from as far as my wife, she's grieving too.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because they were really close. So,
Of course.
You know what I did? The first thing I did was sign up for therapy. And I want people to know, no matter what position you got, what title you got,
Man,
who you
say
are in the
it.
world,
Say it.
the doctor needs a doctor.
Say
the
it.
counselor needs a counselor.
Say it.
You know, the OInealien needs an OInealien.
Say it.
You know,
We all.
So we signed up for family therapy. Me
Yes.
and her together.
Absolutely.
So I can make sure she's being supported too, while she's supporting me. Because through this whole thing, she was very instrumental.
Rock solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the hospital, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I was still going through childhood trauma.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and that's another thing I learned. I learned that some of my childhood trauma hadn't disappeared.
No.
You know, I was just hiding it.
Of course.
You know,
Yeah.
and so when it came out in the hospital, I was able to address it.
Nice.
So that's part of my recovery.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
addressing the trauma, not just the issue at hand, but the trauma. So it don't continue to control me.
Very good.
So, yeah. So how we doing that? We're doing it through therapy. You got to have therapy. If you don't like therapy, then do some self-helps. I'm reading a book called The Recovery Handbook Manual. Awesome book.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I would encourage anybody to get that book. So we reading that together, you know, and of course, coupled with, you know, my prayer and my everyday positive confessions.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. I know we're talking about grief, but for me, it's wonderful because you're smiling, because you're alive, because you're bright, because I feel your energy, and I know you got a lion in you. So I know you're going to conquer it, right?
Yes.
You're going to make your way through, and you have people around you to ensure that that's going to happen, right? You're not alone. You're not alone at all, right?
Yeah.
So I love all that, and we're going to keep my brother lifted up as he continues down that road, because it's not easy losing a parent, a spouse, a child. You know, we all know that it's going to happen,
Right.
and it's funny we're talking about it because it just feels like, you know, you have to brace yourself when you get into the later seasons of your life,
Right.
Yeah.
because it's closer. I was talking to one of my friends that it just seems like people we know, they're moving on, right?
Yeah.
And I say it in that way because I do believe they're moving on, and I do believe that that although it hurts us here who are left behind, I do believe that they have moved on to something much better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, it's so hard in our lives right now. We have to prepare for it. Our parents, you know, my mom, she was on the show a few weeks ago, and she's. Man, I mean, I don't even want to talk about it, right? I'm gonna break down. I'm gonna need her to hold me while I cry. Right? So, but it's real. It's real life.
Yeah.
It's real life.
Yeah.
And so let's celebrate. Let's celebrate those things. Let's celebrate our journey. Let's celebrate the people that are with us through that journey, right?
Yeah.
And so, what are you guys doing as a couple today? Tell me some great things about your family and just business-wise, professional. What's going on? You know, we get to the celebration.
I'll
every
let
time.
her start with that.
No, don't look over here. I wasn't even supposed to be here on this show.
Okay.
There she is.
I'm just saying.
Hey, we showing them how to fight.
Yeah.
But I need for you to start. Man. We showing them how to fight fair. You
Honey,
just
he
keep-
cares about you so much that he would
There you
do
go.
him the honor of going first.
Oh my
And,
goodness.
and men, and as you fight with your wife, you got to keep a halfway smile on your face.
Right.
So make a full one. Show all the dimples.
Yeah,
There
see,
you go. There you go.
that'll get her. So you gonna go ahead and tell the
I'm
audience?
sorry. Let us stop.
I don't know what kind of show this just turned into. I'm about to slide my chair back.
Oh my gosh.
But no, we have been. Man, it's been a journey, like you said. I'm just looking to figure out what to do next.
Okay.
But what we've been doing, you know, just dealing with mental health and
Yeah.
just helping lots of people.
Okay.
You know, but
There
I
is
don't
a
know
next.
what.
There
There is a next.
There
There's
is
a
a
next.
next. There is a
And
next.
and I can't even voice the next.
And I don't expect you to.
I'm
Right.
excited about the next. You know, but what we've been doing is it's been good. It's been helping a lot of different people.
Sure.
It's keeping us motivated. But as far as a couple is concerned, I'm gonna speak for myself.
Okay.
What I've been doing is trying to find my inner line, so
Absolutely.
when I just come in the house, she can hear the robot.
Absolutely.
You know, I don't even have
Yes.
to say hi. She just, you know, she feel the world.
She feels it. The energy.
I'm
Oh, my
trying
goodness.
to get there. Yeah.
Yes. The animal. Sometimes she does like the beast. Let's not play.
He ain't lying.
That's why she came all the way to Flint to get me, you know.
Exactly.
And by the way,
she knew where the beasts
from
were being
California.
bred. Oh, really?
my
Yeah, she all the way from California.
Sunny California. Golden
Sunny.
girl in California.
Right.
Pastor's daughter. She said, man, that's opposite of coming to America.
Right.
She said, let me go inland. Let me go find me a beast in the wilderness of,
Yes.
the concrete jungle.
Jungle.
Oh my gosh. That's so funny. I mean, actually,
Oh, my
we were down in Michigan for the homegoing service, and our daughter, she said, our youngest daughter, she said, I think my husband is down here. He's in the hood somewhere. You know, because I don't know what in her head is, well, I do know what's in her head, but she's thinking she going to find somebody like her dad in the hood. She's like, you did it? You did it?
Yeah,
I think my husband is down here in the hood
You know what?
somewhere.
Hey,
Like,
anything is possible.
Anything,
I try to get people to lean on the probable and not the possible.
Right.
oh gosh, I'm like, stop.
Just
it.
like her mom. That's the formula. That's what we're teaching our young girls.
No, I didn't
Look,
teach
that's what
it.
she said.
Just saw
Leave me
it,
here.
I guess. She's heard the stories, so she's like, it's possible.
Sure is.
No.
Okay.
what's
Daughter,
going
I
on?
hear. Grandbabies.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
beautiful.
We have 6 grandchildren.
And Mama seen them
3.
before she left. Mama seen them.
Yes.
Yes.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
I bet that meant a lot to her.
It meant
did.
a lot. It
Yeah.
meant a lot.
Actually,
to
she
her.
started babysitting one of them a lot before she left.
Right.
And that's something she wanted to do.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, we have 6 beautiful grandchildren. We're loving the grandparenting life. We're empty nest. We moved out of our house and left them there. Said we gonna go be by ourselves.
yeah.
So we're in another phase of our life.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
Awesome.
loving it.
Yeah.
Not quite retirement, but just
Sure.
this retired. You can't even say I'll retire my kids. That's not gonna happen.
Nah.
Would be nice, but they end up popping up.
Of course they do.
Times of the
Task for life.
night.
Right.
Don't even give them your key code. Don't do that.
Don't do
what I
that,
mean?
no.
Matter of fact, don't even give them your address.
No.
That's
Tell them to
no,
call
Send me
before.
a
That's
text.
not
I'll meet you at the
nice.
corner.
not
So
nice.
we've been enjoying the grandchildren. We've been enjoying working together. I've just been on the journey not only to find myself, but just to be a better person. You get what I
You know,
mean?
now, yes, I do know exactly what
Just to be a better person.
Yes, sir.
We can say better man, better woman. How about just a better person?
Yes, sir.
And that's been my journey.
Okay.
So every day I'm just self-reflecting, man.
Yeah.
What can I do better?
What can I do better?
Not what they did.
No.
What can I do better?
That's the only thing you can control, right?
That's the only thing.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
yeah,
That is beautiful. Well, I want to thank both of you for coming on.
man.
Thank you
Look
for
out.
having us.
We're going to
Pleasure.
send this all around the world. So I'm going to give each of you a chance to look out, look over at that camera right there, and say some parting words to whoever out. You could give a shout out. You could just say anything you want. Whatever comes to your mind, go ahead.
Ladies first.
You know what I want to say?
Look.
I want to say that.
She took total command. And she didn't even want to be here.
No, because this is pressing upon me.
Say it.
Because of the time, just our experience recently with loss. But I want to say, cherish the moments that you have with the people that you love, that you care about. Don't wait.
Don't wait.
Because honestly, tomorrow's not promised, but the next moments, minutes ahead of you are not promised. You never know when you're not going to have that opportunity to embrace that loved one, to eat dinner with that loved one, to smile, take them to get some pancakes, anything like that, So I just want to say that. And in a whole, just like that, an entire generation can be gone. This is something that I feel like God gave me a while before my mother-in-law passed. It's like, do you realize that everybody in a generation can just, in a matter of 5 years, can just be gone. And everything that you needed to know, you didn't get you lost the opportunity to do it because you didn't value the time that you had. So it's important. Take those opportunities and do that. That's what I would say.
believe it. Thank you for that. Yes, indeed.
I agree.
Receive.
I want to thank the OInealien show for having us on today.
Absolutely.
It was actually, it was needed. It was needed. It was like therapy. But I'm going to leave you with this because legacy is important. Legacy. At my mom's funeral or memorial services, where we're going to remember, I heard so many different stories. People were just coming up, giving so many stories.
right.
Stories we had never heard before.
Right.
What are people going to say about you when you're gone? I know one thing I'm going to mention if nothing else, I'm gonna mention the OInealien show. This will always be in the database of his legacy, right? Go ahead, take a look at him. You're gonna remember him for this show. So what are people going to say about you when you're gone? That's what I've been working on lately. I think I've been working on it all my life.
All your life, I believe it.
But at this point, it's more critical for me to work on myself so I can have legacy. Not the things I'm leaving behind material-wise, but the thing that I left in you. That's legacy.
Legacy. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much to the Dukes for stopping by. Was that not amazing? 26 years married, been through ups and downs, straight up from the hood. That's a movie. All of the things. These are my friends, and that's why I wanted them to come in and just share. I wanted them to come in and just talk about their everyday lives because they're normal people like me. Conquerors, though, right? Lion within him. He talked about how he had awakened his inner lion. And sometimes you have to, I might have to do a whole show on this. Sometimes you have to know where it's at so you can go get it. Sometimes you got to kick that lion that's inside of you. Wake up, because I need you today, right? I need you with something that's coming at me. I need you to roar. I need you to roar at something that might be stopping my momentum, something that might be interrupting my journey to leave a legacy. Legacy mind state. You know, we talk about that. That's wonderful. So I thank the Dukes for coming by. I thank them for being my friends, and I'm going to ask them if they could come back another time, in the future, whatever they're doing, come back and check in with us. This is the OInealien Show. We're here to make change. We're here to provide a helping hand. Take a listen, leave some feedback, tune in as the Dukes, they're going to put it all over. They're going to send this out. Maybe someone in Flint, Michigan, hey, listen, if someone in Flint, Michigan watches this and they email the show or they leave a comment, if someone in Michigan contacts me, I've got a special I got a special prize for you. Prize for you, sponsored by the Dukes, right? Just in honor of them being here, I got a special prize for anybody from Flint, Michigan who reaches out to the show on social media anywhere. Say I'm from Flint, say I know Mr. Dukes, say I know the Lion Duke, right? And I will give you a prize. I'm gonna contact you directly and we got a prize for you. So this is the OInealien Show, we're here. Hey, don't forget our sponsors. We got WholeHarmonyHealing.com. Go to our sponsors. Go to RetailTherapyAZ.com. They're friends and sponsors of the show. And we will be back next week. I got exciting things. It's always exciting. I live an exciting life. And so if I can share it with you, then my job will be done. The OInealien Show. Say goodbye to my friends. We'll see everybody next time. Peace. And I love you. Later.